Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? Here on the Barely Average Dude channel, you know I love handheld gaming. From the modern handhelds, all the way up to the massive handhelds, and then all the way down to the mini handhelds. Yes, this is a fully functional handheld gaming device. And recently, the latest device I've added to my collection is none other than the Nintendo Switch 2. And the question is, what games am I playing on the Nintendo Switch 2? Well, of course, we have the fan favorites, the usuals like Mario Kart World and Cyberpunk 2077, but what I actually find myself playing most times are games that I discovered on PC and that I enjoyed over on PC, and they happen to be available on the Switch 2. So, in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you 10 of my favorite games that came over from PC that I started playing on PC and found on the Switch 2, and hopefully you can find some hidden gems in this list, or maybe games that just interest you. So let's not waste any time, let's get into the games. But before we do that, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff so I can keep coming to you with more Barely Average Dude content. Let's get into the video. Okay, hold up. Before we get into the video, as you can see here, my Switch 2 battery is getting low. So I'm not gonna get far on 5% battery. So this is a perfect time to send a shout out to the partial sponsor for today's video. That's none other than Ugreen. And Ugreen has been supplying me with all of my charger needs for years now. But today, they sent me over 2 products to show for you guys. They didn't pay me or anything to say this, but they sent these over to showcase for you guys, and I really do think that these are 2 amazing chargers, and I'm gonna tell you why. First, this is the Ugreen Nexud power bank. It is 165 watts. That's right, 165 watts. It's 20,000 milliamp hours, so that's gonna be enough to charge your Switch 2 and anything else a few times. But what's special about these chargers is, check this out, you guys. We have a built-in retractable cable. Check that out. Look at that. We got about 3 feet of cable. It's a high quality cable. You can see here, a high quality flat cable. This thing isn't breaking anytime soon, and you just pull it and it's retractable. This is awesome because you never have to worry about forgetting a cable or not having it with you, or losing it, anything like that. It's built in. But what's special about this, it goes the extra mile. It also has 2 additional ports, so you can charge 2 extra devices up to 165 watts on this charger here. And this is a 65 watt power brick that has the cable built in. Check this, you guys. Check this out. It has the cable built in. It attaches there magnetically, so it's not going to be flopping around in your bag. You can see the shake test. It passes the shake test. And this also has 2 additional ports, so you can charge 3 devices with this 65 watt power brick here. But let's not talk about it, let's be about it. Let's charge up my Nintendo Switch 2 because I'm definitely going to need this thing here. You can see it has a nice little screen on there. It's showing you how many watts is actually pulling from the device. But we're not gonna stop there. We're gonna plug in 2 more devices. And as you can see, we are now charging all 3 devices here, charging all 3 devices at the same time. And as you can see on the power bank, it actually shows you the watts that is pulling from the actual power bank to the devices, and that's awesome to be able to see how fast the devices are charging. So make sure you check them out. I got a link in the description. And what's awesome is that Ugreen is doing a sale right now, I think about 30% off for the Prime Day deal. So make sure you check the link in the description for the Prime Day deals. They sent this over, but like I said, I'm not being paid or anything like that. I only show you guys devices that I actually stand behind and that I actually use in my day-to-day life. So check out the link in the description. It does help the channel if you use those links. Prime Day deals from July 8th to July 11th. If you're watching this after that, still check the link for any up-to-date deals. But anyway, on to the gameplay test. Okay, so we're into our first game. I'm actually gonna leave these devices charging just so we can see this battery bank at work. But our first game is Strange Brigade. This is like a zombie shooter game. There's a campaign. I'm playing the Horde mode right now, my favorite mode. And it's like similar to Call of Duty Zombies, but based on mummies. So I don't know if you've ever seen like the movie The Mummy, or like, Egyptian Walking Dead pretty much. But it's a very fun game. You can play with friends locally, or you can have like online co-op of up to 4 people, I believe. And this is very fun if you're playing with friends, fighting the hordes of the Egyptian undead. Very fun game here. You unlock different weapons as you go one, and it's a very fun game. You can activate traps. See if I can get this trap here activated. You can see we have some traps, booby traps for the zombies here. We have grenades. It's actually a very fun game here. Let's go. My girl fighting for her life. Come on. Are you swinging? You swinging? Let's swing, man. Let's go. Oh, this guy was asking for it. That's it. That's it for you.
Before the renewed storm, the strange brigade.
Anyway, let's get on to the next game, you guys. Okay, so this next game is called Cat Quest 3. Yes, we're all the way up to Cat Quest 3. And this game might sound weird just based on the description, but I promise you this is actually a very fun game to hop in and have some fun. This is like an RPG hack and slash 2.5D game where you play as a cat, you're actually a pirate, and you're taking on mouse enemies. It's a very weird story to just describe, but check this out, you guys. We have a melee attack with a bladed weapon here, and then we also have a ranged attack, which is a gun. So it's pretty interesting, pretty good mechanics here. Check this out. You have like a flotation device when you're in the water. I'm gonna go to my ship here. We also have ship combat. Look at this, we got nautical combat over here. Check this out. I'm fighting these enemies here. Watch this. I got another ship here. So you can use your dash to kind of ram into the ships, or you can use your cannons to fire on them. And it's actually a very fun game. You can go from island to island and, you know, fight different enemies and take on different missions as the story progresses. But you can have fun just going around and taking on the enemy ships. But very fun game here. Check this out. Right, they win it. It's time to get up in their face. Let's go. Claim this base as our own. Oh, we in the base now, you guys. We in the base. We gotta take on the guards now. It's too easy. It's too easy. We got the ranged weapon. Okay, I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. But I'm not out of fight. Let's go. Oh, they got the big boys out here. They got the big boys. But anyway, this is Cat Quest 3. It's actually a very fun game. I know it looks kind of childish or whimsical or whatever you want to call it, unserious, but this is actually a very fun game to hop in every now and again and just be a pirate and have some fun as a cat on a quest for the third time. But anyway, on to the next game. Okay, so this next game is a game called Akane. And the story behind it is you are a young girl whose family was taken out by the Yakuza, and you're out for revenge. And the whole, I guess, premise of the mechanics is that it's a one-hit, one-kill type game. So it only takes one attack to take out an enemy, but they can also take you out in one attack. So you can see here, if I get hit, I'm out and I gotta restart. And the goal is pretty much to just see how far you can go without being taken out by the enemies. And every 100 enemies, there is a boss who actually takes more than one hit, and has a different ability each time you encounter him. So this is pretty much the game. I like to hop in here, you know, if I have a few minutes just to get to a few rounds. It's like one of those games where you're just trying to get a high score. There's no real story beyond the backstory of why Akane is trying to seek revenge. But other than that, there's no real story. There's no progression beyond just different weapon upgrades and a few different attachments. We have some special attacks you can see here where I can get a special attack and take out a lot of enemies at once. And it's just a fun game that I hop into every now and again just to see how far I can actually go. But anyway, let's get on to the next game. Okay, so this next game is Saints Row 4. Now, this is not the best Saints Row game, but it's a game I like to just come into, mess around, have some fun, run at super speed, jump like the Hulk, and just have some fun messing around with the NPCs here. And what I like about this game is that you have one of the best weapons in all video games, the dubstep gun. Check this out.
If this gets jacked, no more. What can I say? It's a gift.
Look at this. You can take on enemies with dubstep. And if this isn't peak gaming, then I don't know what it is, you guys. Check this out. And the characters in the game actually dance to the music. Look at this. They actually dance into the music. Check this out. Check this out. I know you can see that, but they're actually dancing. Which is just, I don't know. That's peak gaming, you guys. That's peak gaming. Being able to defeat your enemies with dubstep as they dance to their own demise. That's I don't know. Maybe I'm childish, but I just think it's peak gaming when you can win battles with dubstep. And if that's not what gaming is all about, then I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm not gonna waste too much time. I can just mess around in this game for hours. And yeah, Saints Row, you know what it is. On to the next. Okay, so this next game is called Risk of Rain 2. And this is a game where it's a roguelike game, third-person shooter. And I guess the premise of this game is that the longer you're in the level, the more difficult it gets. And so, but you have to make sure that you balance finishing quick enough, but also getting enough upgrades to defeat the boss at the boss portal. So it's an interesting game because you have to defeat enemies to unlock these boxes, but then if you stay around too long to get more power-ups, it ends up getting too hard, and then it's very difficult for you to beat the level. So you have to find the balance between finishing quick enough to get to the next level without it getting too difficult, but also getting enough power-ups so that you can take on the boss without dying to the boss. So it's a very interesting game that requires, you know, balance and strategy, because you can't just stick around forever to unlock every box, but you also don't want to rush to the boss portal too soon because you won't have enough power-ups to stand a chance against the boss enemy. So a very fun game. What I also like about this game is that it's different every time. So every time you play, you're dropped into a different location, and there's going to be different enemies. So you can't just like memorize where the enemies are, or the enemies like spawn to do better each time. It's different every time. Now, it's not like infinite. There are set like arenas or set biomes or power-ups that spawn different enemies. So you're gonna have to play this game different every time, and that's what really makes it fun. And that's what makes it a roguelite game. All right, anyway, on to the next game. Okay, so this game is pretty unique. It's called Ape Out. Shout out to Harambe, rest in peace. But this is a game where you play as an ape, and your goal is to get out. So that's why it's called Ape Out. And the controls are pretty simple, but they can get pretty intense as the action increases. So you can move your ape with the left stick, and then you can rotate the ape with the right stick, and then with your left trigger you can grab, and the right trigger you can push. So you can see here, I can grab an enemy, and the enemies actually, the guards have weapons. You can grab them and use them as like a shield, or you can throw them, and it definitely gets pretty intense. Just imagine an ape throwing someone into a wall. So it can get pretty colorful, if you know what I mean. So, but our goal is to escape, and this is what Harambe would have wanted when they said, you know, 100 guys versus one gorilla. this is what they were talking about. So we need to get out of here, and the goal is to escape in the best way possible. You don't actually have to engage with the enemies, but if they hit you enough times with their weapons, you will be with Harambe. Let's just say that. So the goal is to get out, and there's like a maze, and there's different obstacles. Different types of guards have different weapons, and understanding where they are and what they're capable of doing is going to help you get through this this maze here and help the ape to escape. Okay, as you can see there, I just got hit too many times and I'm out of here. So you can see the level, the maze. On to the next game. Okay, so this game is called Prodeus. It is a retro-inspired FPS game. I don't have my weapon yet, but as you can see, I got hands. I got hands. So we're gonna make something happen. But anyway, this is actually a pretty fun game here. What's interesting about this is that it has a community support, so you can make mods and different levels for this game. And it's just a very fun game. The art style is very unique for a modern game. It looks good, plays good. Prodeus is one of my go-to FPS games, especially with the mod support, and the community is always making different levels, and people have made like full campaigns. They have different arenas where you can play multiplayer with, you know, people online or your own friends. This is like a fully fledged FPS game, very fun, and I love just hopping into this game and going through the different campaigns that people have made, and also through the actual built-in campaign, which is pretty fun as well. But Prodeus, a very fun game. I don't want to get too lost in this one because I can spend hours playing this game. It just feels good. Like the weapons have a very like weighty feel to them. They each have like a charged attack. This is a very fun game. Very well built, very well optimized. It runs good. It looks good when you get the lighting right. Yeah, this game is highly recommended. But anyway, let's get to the next game. Okay, so this next game is called Ultra Age, and it is a pretty fun, like hack and slash style game. Sort of reminds me of like a Devil May Cry. You have like this grappling hook where you can pull your enemies forward, a bunch of different combos, a bunch of different weapons. It also has a mechanic where your weapons can sort of degrade over time. I guess they borrowed that from, you know, Breath of the Wild. But pretty fun game. You have a lot of different combos, a lot of different weapons you can switch between, and it does get pretty intense and pretty fun in the combat. Now there is a story as well, like a full narrative. This is more sort of the, I guess the roguelike mode where you can see how far you can go in these different rooms, different levels, and then you unlock different weapons, different power-ups the longer you go, and then you can sort of be more effective in the, you know, following rooms and missions. But there's a full narrative in this game, full campaign mode, has a story. But I like playing this mode because you just hop into the action and see how far you can go. No, we went out too soon, you guys. But anyway, this Ultra Age, very fun game. On to the next game. Okay, so this next game is a classic. Played this on PC years ago, and it's still good to this day. This is Portal. If you know anything about Portal, you know this game is an absolute legendary game. If you never played it, you definitely have to check this game out here. But it's pretty much a game where each level is essentially a puzzle where you have to figure out how to get from one place to another and get to the exit using your portals. So it's always something different. You have to figure out the strategy to sort of get through the level. And in this level, I have to use momentum to, you know, create one portal that's up high, and then use the momentum to jump into the next level of the actual environment. So pretty interesting game. It's pretty fun to figure out different ways to use your portals to traverse the level. But as you see here, I need to get enough speed to get up here and let gravity do all the work, and we were able to beat that level there. So Portal is an awesome game. Sometimes the levels can be challenging, but nothing that you guys can't figure out. Check out Portal. This is an awesome game. I highly recommend this game for anyone that has never played it. This is a classic game right here. Check this one out. Okay, so this next game is called Mini Moto Racing X. It's a pretty fun little racing game just to hop in and have some fun. Very playful, very colorful. You have nitro. You also have power-ups in certain modes. Bunch of different tracks, different little vehicles. This game is actually pretty fun here. I love just hopping into this game, having a few little rounds. You can also play locally with friends. And this game is definitely a great time. It's hard to play over the camera here with these tight turns, but you can see we even have like power-ups. We have different modes here. You see I can switch the camera. We even got the first-person camera. Check this out. That's pretty dope. Different modes here, top-down mode. It's just a fun little game to play, and I'm getting beat up here, but you can see this is a pretty fun racing game. Even with the power-ups, it's still very entertaining, very enjoyable. I didn't really win, but the game itself is very fun. But anyway, that was 10 games that I enjoyed and loved from PC that just happened to be on the Switch too. So yeah, hopefully you found some games in this list that interest you so that you can pick up yourself, and hopefully this was an enjoyable video. Let me know down in the comments below if you've played any of these games, if you've heard any of these games, if you like any of these games. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. If you want to see more games that I'm playing on the Switch too, from PC, not from PC, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, before we go, take a look at the battery percentage. We were able to charge from 5% all the way up to 75%, and also the other Switch units are also charging, so shout out to Ugreen for that. Make sure you check the link in the description for the Prime Day deals that are going on now, up to 30%. And as you can see, our battery bank is around 28%. So it was definitely working hard during this gameplay test. But anyway, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff. And yeah, I had a lot of fun playing these games. I do enjoy playing these games, whether it's on PC or Switch 2, wherever I can play them. I always have a good time playing these games. So yeah, hopefully you guys saw something that you enjoyed. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.